What's up, guys? It's your boy, Logan Corn, and today is a very special episode of Stained Glass Theater Podcast because absolutely nobody's here. I'm the only one here. My cohorts, Sebastian Fulkerson and Tyler Madwell, is not here. So now I can show you my enormous drop.
Oh my god!
Okay, we're here.
Okay.
We're here,
So,
okay.
I'm sorry. There was this group of Scientologists.
They kept calling me vegan.
And they kept trying to steal our left socks.
I'm not vegan.
Not your left sock! Yeah! I see, I don't have it on!
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Sebastain.
And I'm Tyler.
And that's hecking wild.
And this is the Stained Glass Theater Podcast. Today's host is
Me!
Logan Corn. Yep. Take it away.
Mr.
All right.
Cobb Boy.
Did you just... Okay. Alright. So today is a very special day of the episodes because I am the host. And I nailed that. Alright. The first topic is a very good topic that I believe everybody should talk about. It's about violins! 'Cause I love violins.
But why should anyone care about violins? Ow.
Because violins can be used as good tools in music.
I agree.
Because back in the day, I believe they were a lot more dynamic.
Yeah. Violins are so pretty. They're always like used in the background and it's awesome.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the problem with today because they're not as dynamic and they're just like, hey, we got violins. Like,
Tyler, you're stupid for saying that.
Oh.
Anyway, we're going to talk about how important violins used to be and how
They should be again.
Cut me off again.
Go
I'll
on.
kiss your glasses.
Don't.
Okay.
Alright. So, let's start this first example song, A Blast from the Past, You Made Me Believe in Magic.
Oh, so we're actually playing the song.
This
Okay,
is
cool.
copyright. We can't do that.
You made me believe in magic.
Play the violin part with your mouth.
Just talk about why it's special in that song, what they do that utilizes it.
But I want to do the violin part.
Okay, do the violin part with your mouth.
Okay, I'm done.
That does sound more utilized than it used to.
I feel like it was very violin driven. Like I've heard the actual song, and then I feel like violin was kind of instead of just being like the background with all these other instruments is really put on the forefront. You feel, and like it makes it
I've always
special.
felt. Tyler?
I mean, I haven't personally heard the song,
Come on!
but I get what you guys are saying
Spent
with
so much time on this episode, and Tyler wants to mess it all up by not listening to all the material.
I wish to socialize it with my
We should just stop the episode now.
Stop.
He left.
Okay. I mean, I understand what you guys are coming from, though, because I agree that violins, they sound good as a forefront, but I'm just kind of playing the devil's advocate here and thinking that a lot of music utilizes violins, stop doing that, as like a background instrument and like helps the whole overall sound of the song rather than being the main thing of the song.
Yes, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the violin doesn't just have to be a part of the background. Because back in the day, it was also part of the background. But it was a lot more dynamic, and they hit a lot more notes than just...
If you're really thinking about it, aren't like any band is using their instruments in the background? Like the vocals are usually put.
Yeah, but don't tell me that you can't tell the guitar apart from the bass in the plot.
I mean, you're right, but again, I'm just playing the devil's advocate, trying to play the opposite end.
I feel that.
Well, don't play with the devil. The devil's gonna eat your ass.
Oh my god. Okay, so Tyler, I think you've actually heard the opposite end of the spectrum, today's song, where violin's not used very much in the thing, and it is Kids in Love by Mayday Parade. You know that,
yeah.
But the acoustic version on the Valdosa EP,
Yeah.
did you know it had violin in it?
I mean, I did.
No!
Okay.
I listened to it the other day, and I didn't even realize it had violin in it. That's how background that it was.
I understand that, but like, it really fulfills the whole audio, in my opinion. When
Yeah, but it just feels like it was there
Yeah,
for
I get it.
necessity's sake.
I couldn't. I mean, there's some songs on that EP. I'm sorry, we're filming at an orphanage.
Yes, we are, and that is fact.
Okay, so there's some songs on that EP where violin really shines through, and it kind of
Yeah.
makes the song. However, that's not one of those songs.
Right. You guys know the song that I sang for my senior solo, "Be More Kind"?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys, either of you, heard the recording of it, like the real part, the song?
I believe you
yours
showed
was
me, but it was a bit ago.
Thanks. But about halfway through the song, violin like comes in with it, and I really like how he utilizes the violin in that song because it is the background, but at the same time, it's like guitar driven the whole time, and then violin comes in as well, and you can really feel like the power in it since the violin's there accompanying with the guitar.
And I think
That is good usage.
yeah, in his point, he's just saying the songs that don't do that,
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
they kind of bring it down.
Yeah,
Right. Well,
it doesn't. It feels like they're just using it just so they can be like, hey guys, we don't just use the stereotypical instruments. We also use violin.
yeah, it's like they're trying to go in a club as violin exclusive, and it was like, hey,
Right.
yo, bitch, I got violin. What are you gonna
Right.
do? Now, you might not notice it, but I do.
I feel that.
Yeah, I get that.
And the next song about this topic is, bear with me whenever I say this, Boogie Wonderland.
Oh my God! You just said Boogie Wonderland. What a nerd.
Don't make me slap your dick. I'm sorry.
Corn. What did they feed you?
I'm in power today.
I feel you're the host.
I'm the host.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep going.
Now, in Boogie Wonderland, the
Right.
violin is orgasmic. I'm sorry.
How so? Like, what do they do? Like, is it like the main instrument? I don't know the
It
song.
is, yes, it is one of the main instruments, but whenever it's played, it's like godlike.
Right.
And
God's plan, like.
Shut up.
you
That was
better
last week.
shut up with that overplayed song. I like it, but you better
All right, last week's topic. Moving on.
yes. And the way that the violin is used in that is very good. It's really good.
There's violin in God's plan.
No,
We're
shut
talking about Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie Wonderland.
I'm playing.
And whenever it's played, it just has more notes than your usual song, and even they have a violin solo.
That's cool. I like that. I need to listen to that song now.
Yes,
like
you do,
Um,
because everybody thinks Boogie Wonderland. Oh, this is a song you have sex to. No,
Oh,
What?
I'm not even familiar with the song, so I haven't heard that.
you've
But
never heard Boogie Wonderland.
I mean, if I have, I'm not familiar
It's
with the title.
Earth, Wind, and
Oh.
Fire, I believe.
Yes.
I mean, I'm really like I don't.
September.
I mean, sing it.
Oh,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Celebration.
Yeah, I get it. I know what it is.
Celebration
Yeah.
time. Come
I'm
on.
not familiar with the song enough where I can be like, yeah, the violin really shines in that.
And the counterpart to Boogie Wonderland
Right.
is, even though I do like this song, this is an example of how it doesn't ruin a song. It just shows how
It could have been
Stop
used
it.
better.
how violin is underused. Remember the name.
Remember the name?
Yeah.
That's it?
10% luck,
Yes.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power or thrill, 5%.
Power of Will! Not Thrill.
It's whatever I want it to be. By Fort Minor.
Yes.
Very
I'm-
good song.
I'm very.
But at the beginning
You've
of the
heard
song,
it before.
and whenever
I've showed you
It's-
before.
yeah.
It's like a rap-driven kind of thing, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
All right.
And at the beginning and throughout the song, there is a violin. However, it just plays a couple notes.
Right.
And it's just like...
So like I was talking about earlier, it adds to like the environment of the song, but it isn't like used enough, you know.
Yes.
I feel like it definitely makes the song, though. If you take that out, that song wouldn't nearly be as memorable as it is.
True, but it's also kind of a point,
Yeah,
because it
Yeah.
could have been better.
it could have been better. It definitely could have been better, and I think more violin would have contributed to that.
So, even though I don't usually do this, I give that song a 5 corns out of 6.
Oh, that's a lot of corns. That could feed a whole family of 5.
Too bad for the family of 6, though.
I'll just
Moving
have to
on.
Starve.
Yeah. Okay. And now it is. You know what? I'm the host. I'm letting my fellow cohorts or my subordinates
The dice! Yeah.
sit for their mini topics. And this is Tyler's mini topics about 21 Pilots.
Pilots.
Who's that?
No one knows who that is. They aren't overplayed in all radio stations. Okay. So, 21 Pilots did not release their album today, like all their fans speculated. Which, I mean, was expected.
That's all I
But
need.
apparently, so Sebastian, don't get your hopes up. That was on like the Pop Professor that I sent you. He's a really good YouTuber, but so you guys subscribe. You guys should subscribe to the Pop Professor and to this really cool podcast called the Stained Glass Theater. Anyway, that Pop Professor talked about how it was supposed to, Dima was supposed to come out today, but all the other conspiracies I've watched on it have said that it's going to come out
The 13th?
Yeah, the 13th of July,
Which is Friday the 13th.
Yeah, which
First of the day.
here's the thing. I believe that it's very possible, but with 21 Pilots, they're doing this cryptic teasing so hard that like you don't have any idea about if what they're saying is true or not, or if it's going to lead to anything that's actually music at this point. It's like, here's another picture of this random person in a dark place. Dima.
I feel like they're going to kill their hype like Maddie did with the 1975, and the album's going to come out, and no matter how good it is, they're going to be like, man, a year and a half for that.
See, I disagree. I think
at least the casual listeners.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'll enjoy it regardless, just like I'm going to enjoy the 1975's album regardless. But the Click, they're going to eat up anything that Tyler Joseph puts out.
Click rant coming next week on the Stained Glass Theater broadcast. Shut up. When I am hosting, there will be a rant about the Skeleton Click, so be ready.
Looking forward to that. Also, this is I guess a preview for later episodes, but I really want to have a discussion with you about Logic. Not Logic, sorry, that's a YouTuber that I really love. Logic. I want to have a discussion with you about him because I don't think you've listened to enough of his music.
Okay, we can do that
at some point. We could do
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the podcast. It could be, oh, by the way, we're doing this thing every 3. Once we've gone through a host cycle, we're going to do a live chat.
Whoa.
Yes, and it can be in the first live chat.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yes.
Because you, like, from what I heard, and I think the audience heard this as well.
No, it cut out before.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah. I dislike Logic a lot because I feel like he relies too heavily on being biracial.
See, that's where I disagree.
Okay.
Here.
This is a good transition to Sebastian's mini topic.
Yeah, it will be. Because I don't really have anything more about 21 Pilots. That's kind of why I was going to change my topic to Death Grips, who have a new album. It's very good. Aggressive R&B music. You have to give it a chance. You have to listen a few times before it's any good. Anyway, I don't believe that he relies too much on his biracialness.
Okay.
I think he does in Everybody, because in Everybody he is trying to do this whole fact of like we're all equal. So I get where he's coming from, but if you listen to his mixtapes and like Bobby Tarantino 2, he doesn't do that as much.
Well, called out on it a lot.
Everybody was his newest record before Bobby Tarantino 2. He didn't used to do it so much.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out before.
I'll send you some links.
Okay. All right.
And with that, I believe Sebastian's talking about gorillas
and set it off.
Okay. Really quick, I just want to make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at TheaterGlass. Again, Twitter at TheaterGlass. We will be keeping you up to date on all things related to the podcast, and you will hear more of our opinions on music in general as they happen and as things develop.
We're going political. Not really.
No. No. Anyway, I just wanted to briefly touch on the fact that Set It Off is in the studio. Set It Off is in the studio recording their 4th LP, which I know a lot of people fell off out of Upside Down. They had what I thought was their best album ever with Duality, and then they came out with Upside Down, which had some pretty core tracks on it as far as Set It Off goes, but it really wasn't anything special. And I feel like when an album's not special, you listen to it once and you're like, that was good, bye.
At Me and Upside Down.
I mean, Hypnotized is a really, really good song, though, and I just kind of want to keep going back to it.
See, I don't like. I literally listened to that album once, and I haven't gone back
That's
to it
what
since.
that's what I'm saying. You should
Yeah.
check out Hypnotized again. It's really good. In other news,
Actually, hold on. Unpopular Set It Off opinion: Cinematics is their best album.
Crazy.
I enjoy Cinematics. I love Set It Off. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree.
I
that
don't
it's a
remember
good
what the
album.
song's called. What's the song about? Him not being able to sleep.
I Guess I'll Sleep When I'm Dead.
Yeah, that one. I love that
Yeah,
song.
That's a really good song.
Do you know who Set It Off is, Logan?
I think I have one in their phone. I mean,
Cody Carson, we're holding your phone for ransom. We demand 25,000 of your subscribers to get
Corn
it back.
gets it. Okay, I think I have one of their albums on my phone.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I
Is
think
it
it's
Duality? Why Worries are really... That's
Their
a bop.
best album. It's my least favorite song on the
I
album.
can bop to it. I still go back to it.
I also like it. It's very uplifting, but the rest of the album is very much so not.
Yeah.
So moving forward, albums that have come out is The Now Now by Gorillaz, and I have listened to this in full twice, and we have mixed opinions on it. And by we, I mean all my personalities. No. I think that they get too political. I don't like it when a band's driving force is politics. It ruined Green Day for me, which will have a rant in an episode of its own down the line. But I feel like it definitely could have been less politically driven, if that makes sense. However, I'm a sucker for Gorillaz. Their whole animated lore they have is perfect. I mean, the bassist is a character from the Powerpuff Girls now, from God's
The
sake.
best character.
Okay.
Ace is like a side character. But
He's still the best.
Snoop Dogg features on that album, and when you hear Gorillaz and Snoop Dogg working together, you think that should be awful, but they've done it a couple times in the past, and it was great, and this is no different.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood. Was he in Clint Eastwood?
He was in a live performance, I know.
Okay, well, I mean, David Funky Homo Sapien did the album version.
Right.
But I think that on a different note about it, it's not the best Gorillaz album. Alright? But it's a Gorillaz album. Unlike the last album, Humans, which was not a Gorillaz album. It was very much so, hey, let's have other people sing all of our songs. Which, funny enough, that was the original idea for Gorillaz. That's why they're animated, because they wanted to get different people out there. So I think Humans, although it was the album Gorillaz wanted to make, I feel like the Now, this one, is the one the fans wanted them to make. Because there's a lot of 2D singing. There's a lot of just the band having fun. Jack Black plays guitar.
Yeah.
In the top track, Humility?
Humility, yeah.
Humility. And it's definitely worth a check out. The lyrics to the song Trans, very powerful, and it's not what you think it's about. It's just an abbreviation for transmission. And that's all I have to say about the Now, really. Yeah, Tyler's going to move on to his opinion of it.
I have mixed feelings towards Gorillaz. Like they're a band that I can play and listen to, and I like some of their songs. Like, is it like Hills of Melancholy?
Melancholy Hill.
Okay, Melancholy Hill. I like that song. It's pretty good. As much as people always dig their whole animated thing, I don't really like their lore. I feel like it's too much sometimes.
Have you heard all of it?
Not all of it, but
That's
like,
probably why.
listen. Like, I feel like it takes too long for a song to get started in a music video, and I'm not big enough of a fan of them for me to just want to sit through their animated characters doing stuff.
I feel that. I can completely understand that. It does kind of alienate the casual listeners, but Gorillaz has always been very focused on their core fan base.
But is it Day to Day? What is it again?
Demon Days?
Demon Day. Their new one.
Oh, the Now Now.
The Now. What was I thinking? The Now Now. That album makes me feel like I went to the beach, but didn't have fun at the beach.
Yeah, it does. I feel that. Like, you go to the beach and it's like, hey, this is not a fun beach experience, but I'm gonna keep my head on straight.
Right.
Okay, so you're saying it's
like I like the beach, but like I just didn't have a good time thoroughly throughout this album. I was like, cool.
Are you saying it's forgettable? Like it's gonna be one of those that you wouldn't come back to?
I don't know about that because I'm not a core Gorillaz fan, so I don't see myself coming back to this album at all that much. I come back to like single songs of Gorillaz sometimes, but rarely. But I just don't. I'm just kind of like, cool.
I feel that. I think that Demon Days and Plastic Beach were better albums. I know that's everybody else's favorite albums, but they were definitely better albums. But it's better than Humans. Anything was better than Humans. Moving on.
We have our second main topic, which is underrated artists. Who wants to go first?
I feel like the host should go first, especially since
Who's
he didn't.
that?
Corn.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since you didn't talk a lot about Gorillaz.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you like Gorillaz?
Yes, I love Gorillaz.
Do you?
I eat up.
Have you listened to the Now Now?
I haven't listened to all of it.
How are you feeling about it?
But I think it's pretty good.
Cool.
Okay, good.
Underrated artists.
Underrated artists. I'm going first. So, here's the first one. The one that Sebastain likes to mispronounce. Jack Stauber.
Jack Stauber?
Oh, yeah, Dios. I said it with a G.
Moving on.
TV14, guys.
What about Jack Stauber?
Now, instead of recommending a song, I want to recommend an album. Now, this album, I believe, is the pinnacle of Jack Stauber, because, like, all he does is, like, sort of vaporwave-ish 80s kind of callback to the days.
Right.
And I think his newest album is his highest point, and it is called HiLo.
What makes you think he's underrated? Like, what makes him underrated artist?
Nobody really talks about him, and whenever they do, they're like, there's just like,
there he is.
There's not a lot.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. There's not a lot of traction. And I think there needs to be more attraction.
Right.
Moving on. Second band, Breakbot. And they're sort of 80-ish as well, but they're more like techno. They're more pop techno, but it's a good type of pop techno that you can actually bop to instead of just like going like, oh, when is this gonna be over? And I'm recommending a song called Man Without a Shadow. It is a really good song, and I like it, and I think you should too,
I'll
Mom.
have to check out these songs and the artists that you have, because I'm not familiar with any of the ones that you're talking about, which is underrated artists.
And just to let you guys know, most of the links to these songs will be in the description with names.
Correct.
It took me a long time to do, so please check them out if you're interested.
Shout out to Sebastian Fulkerson.
Gracias.
Tyler. Alright, next one. This is a singular person, same thing as Jack Stauber. Now, he's more of a cover artist. He does not release originals. However, his covers are really good, especially with a lot of his songs, because they're all lounge. You might think that's boring, but it's not, because he takes some of the weirdest of songs. For example, the one I'm recommending, Chop Suey.
Suey.
And this is like, it's weird, because he's just so calm about saying, why did you leave the keys up on the table, and all this other weird crap. I mean,
I bop to this guy.
it's
Corn showed me this guy, and he's quite amazing. He takes songs that shouldn't be lounge songs, and he completely transforms them and makes them amazing.
and he literally calls himself Dick Cheese. Give it up! Okay. The next artist is Garrett Williamson. Now, this guy is not just... He's really good. He's on YouTube. He makes videos primarily about video games, but he's really good. And the way that he puts quality over quantity is amazing. Sebastain, stop doing that. And he also makes really good songs, and he has a beautiful voice. And I'm allowed to say that, even though I am not homosexual.
I feel like that went without saying.
I feel like, if anything, that makes you look more homosexual.
Come on, guys, I'm not homosexual.
Hold on, for real. Breaking news. I just found this out today. I don't know if this is really worth saying, but Brendan Urie came out as pansexual today.
Oh my god! You mean the man that's been advocating for LGBTQ rights for like 5 years?
And has been, he kissed Ryan on stage often.
The man who literally wrapped a rainbow flag around himself on stage and said, "Hey guys, I'm gay!" What?
Could have been just doing the night of.
Yeah, he was just doing just the show there.
On?
He was doing his stage gay persona, but he's apparently really pansexual now.
He has a wife of how many years?
3, 4.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, just because he's pansexual, he's still found a woman.
Right? He's still. I mean, good for him. I guess he came out to
In an interview, someone asked him about, I don't even remember. Did you know Girls, Girls, Boys was written about his first threesome? Which makes me not like that song more.
That makes me quite uncomfortable.
Me too. I'm sorry for interrupting, Logan. Go on.
I'm going to talk about a beautiful song.
Yeah, keep talking about him. I'm sorry for interrupting.
It's alright. Okay. I'll be right back to it, and here it is. Alright, and this song is Lost in Thoughts All Alone. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, you know what this song is. You might either hate it or love it. Either way, the way Garrett Williamson does it, it makes me cry. Okay? Whenever I'm feeling down, I listen to it. It's not sad, but it's a good song. It's a good-ass song. Next one, Less Friction. They're soundtrack people. They make... Is that a bird? Anyway. So Less Friction. They're soundtrack people. And this song that I'm going to recommend to you might be too edgy for your tastes. But I like it all the same. It's called Who Will Save You Now? Which is the question that we're all asking at the end of the times. At the end of the day.
Did write this song?
Yeah, I think he actually played the part. And it's a really good song. It's kind of depressing, but I listen to it while I'm walking, and it puts me out of the zone of taking a jaunty jog. And I'm just like, who will save me at the end of my line? Who will?
Tyler Madewell and Sebastian Fulkerson already have.
We might only have 2 socks apiece. But that makes a pair.
One of them might be a piece of trash vegetarian.
And that's who we're not moving on to. Sebastian's next.
Gang, gang, not a vegetarian. I love bacon. And
bacon causes cancer. Facts.
Well, die sometime. Alright. I want to start off by talking about a little local band. Just kidding, they're not local. I read somewhere that they were from Lexington, but that hasn't been proven. I didn't take the time to look back through.
Not facts.
Correct. I know that they are very not well known because I found them from a subgenre of a subgenre. I'm talking about a marionette. They just released a 6-track EP called Amvri. They had a song last year called Modern Disco. It was very good. That's how I found them. And that's basically what their sound is. They mix influences of post-hardcore and rock with some, well, disco. And it makes for a really, really fun time. Like, their new album is kind of lust-driven, but that's not really what they're all about. But if you're trying to get, like, in your feels, then listen to this EP, because it takes your mind places that it truly hasn't been before. It's definitely worth a check out. The Amvri EP by Marionette. It'll be in the description. Moving on to Cianvar. Cianvar is a band that I personally have gotten to see live, and I actually met the guitarist. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but
Shut up.
We are.
Cianvar is an amazing band. They're really good. They're really fun. Their stage presence is actually amazing. Will Swan of Dance Gavin Dance is the bassist or guitarist. Bassist, I believe. And like, oh my goodness, it's just really good. Like their new album is really good. The song you should check out from them, it's called Omniphobia. It's a trip and a half. It's very good. If you like kind of a... Fans of Pierce the Veil will like this. It's kind of like a harder Pierce the Veil, if that makes sense. Very whiny vocals, but they work very well with the kind of funky sounding guitar and bass. It all comes together very nicely. Moving on to Pale Waves, which is the passion project of one Matthew Healy from the 1975. Right, he signed this band to his personal record label, and they sure went with that, didn't they?
Yep.
Because Pale Waves sounds to a T like the I like it for when you sleep, you're so beautiful yet so unaware of it age of the 1975. They are very much so... people write them as the girl 1975, and honestly, their music diversively hasn't proven anyone wrong yet. They have about 6 songs out. They have 1 EP out. And although they're each very good, they're completely interchangeable. They all sound the same. They all have the same tempo, the same backing beat. They're the same song. They're the same song, different lyrics, tuned instrumentals. But my favorite song from them is Television Romance. Now, this is the one that started it all, and this is the one that you guys are gonna like the best. If you've heard the 1975, it's that. It's like, would you say it pop synth rock? Essentially, like, you take like some elements of classic rock, if that makes sense, but then you put them through a pop synthesizer, like, around 20 times.
I want to say something once you're done.
Go ahead.
Are you done?
Well, I just think Television Romance is worth a listen. Go ahead.
Okay. Not taking away from Sebastian's underrated artist, because if you like the 1975, you're probably gonna at least somewhat enjoy this band. But if you're a fan of AC/DC, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say names because I literally can't remember the names at the moment. But at some point during AC/DC's discography, they lost their lead singer, and they got a new lead singer. the AC/DC from then on was fine. They were good. It was still AC/DC. The new singer sounded a lot like the old singer, but it was never the same in the sense of the music was never quite as good. That's the way I look at Pale Waves. If the 1975 lost Maddie and this girl came and replaced them, that's how it would be. It's not really my thing because I like the 1975 for Maddie, to be honest, and it just kind of loses it for me without Maddie's unique vocals.
Heather,
She has unique vocals, and it's not super different from Maddie. It's just not Maddie.
I agree with that. Alright, moving on to my fourth and final underrated artist. This is an 18-year-old kid that just recently made it big on SoundCloud. Yes, that underrated. We're going to SoundCloud. I am talking about Pharaoh Disco. Pharaoh Disco is emo to the extremo. But he's self-aware about it. He's kind of in the vein of Neck Deep, these punk pop artists that kind of have whinier vocals, but at the same time are very acoustic guitar driven. If you look at some of Neck Deep's acoustic stuff, Pharaoh brings this to the table, but he has all the teenaged angst of, well, an 18-year-old boy. All of his songs are like, you left me, you cheated on me, so now I'm gonna get high and forget all about you and move out of my hometown. They're all about that. And as you listen to all of his songs, you realize that he has no idea what he wants to do with his life. And he just wants out of his town. He wants to move to LA. He's me. He's me, but successful. And the song that you wanna check out of his is Saturn SUV. It's very good. His music videos are always funny. He's definitely worth a subscribe here on YouTube at Pharaoh Disco, and his band Disco Inc. is very good as well.
Alright, so I think it's my turn
Yes, it is.
to talk about my underrated artist. And the first one I'm going to talk about, and in my opinion, probably one of the most talented rappers out there right now. It's a guy called Mir Fontaine. He is very, very lyrical. What? Okay, but for real, this guy just tells stories with his songs. What are you guys laughing at?
Sorry.
Okay, that was weird, but we're back. And Mir Fontaine, he is a very, very talented rapper out of Compton. Not Compton, sorry. Hold on.
Straight out of Compton.
Hold on, it's pronounced very odd.
Compton.
Camden. Camden, that's what it is.
Straight out of Camden.
Right. And he's very talented and he's very young. He tells stories with his lyrics, but at the same time, he's doing some hard beats and hard flows, and it's really enjoyable.
Does he make his own beats?
Yeah, he does.
Just like
That's unique today.
Yeah, you're right. I assume he makes his own beats. I guess I can't be quoted on that, but like he's so young, I don't know.
How else you can get them?
Yeah.
I feel that.
If he is getting beats made by someone, it's by someone that's also not big. But he has an album that came out last year called Camden. It's about his hometown, where it's very violent. He's trying to get out of it. And you should definitely check it out. And this song that I'm suggesting by Mir Fontaine is not on this album, but it's the first song I heard by him. And it's what got me into him, so I'm saying, hey, should be what you get into him with, too. It's called 25. It's just a great song with a great beat and great flow. I love it.
That's like 24 plus 1.
24 finally.
Okay.
That was so lame. I'm sorry.
My next underrated artist is a band called Fire from the Gods. They released the album in 2016, and they haven't really done anything since except release a deluxe edition of their album with a couple extra songs. But they're great. They've been around for a while, but they had a lead singer who had different ideas than the band itself wanted, so they got a new lead singer, and I think he's much better, in my opinion. He's better at rapping, he's better at singing, and he's better at screaming. The song...
Better at screaming. I'm sorry.
He literally screams.
Who doesn't listen to a bunch of screamo?
You're
I
right.
don't. I'm sorry. I'm a pure baby boy.
Okay. Anyway, the song I suggest is, in my opinion, their best song, and it's called "Excuse Me." It's really...
You're excused.
Thank you. It's really rough in the drums, and it has great guitar. It has rap in it. It has screaming in it.
What?
And it has singing in it. And it's a really well put together song. It has influences of like reggae music, and I love it. My next underrated artist is pretty unknown. And in my before I was told the others underrated artist, I was thinking that this was gonna be the least known artist, but
Corn came and messed it all up.
no, Sebastain did, I think.
With
with
who?
with your
Marionette?
no, Freddie Disco.
Fredo Disco.
Yeah.
Oh, because I went back to SoundCloud. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all have some pretty unknown people, but this guy's name is Jeremy Zucker, and I found him.
Berg.
I
What?
said
I said Berg.
But Jeremy Zucker, he's a really talented. He's like a pop artist more than anything, and he has some great songs. He has a song called "All the Kids Are Depressed" with an amazing video to it, and I think everyone should check that out.
I've seen the music video, and it is very good. He takes stories of people's depression, correct?
And his own.
And he inserts it in and kind of makes you feel related to him, and it makes you really care about the words he's singing.
And at the same time, he's saying all the kids are depressed, but he's not saying it in like a bad sense. He's just saying it like that's just the thing of life.
And then he doesn't finish with, "Oh yeah, who else is depressed?"
You're right. I don't like that Logic song. Moving on to my next one. My next one is Trophy Eyes. They're a fairly young band. They're signed to I think they're signed to Rise Records, but don't quote me on that.
You should have done your research.
Shut up, Sebastain. Anyway,
I'll fight you in my parking lot, Tyler.
they have they have one album out, and they're coming out with a new one this year. And the singer has a very unique voice, in my opinion. It's kind of deep, but he can go high, and it's nice and like rugged.
I like Trophy Eyes a whole lot.
Yeah, they're
I
good.
checked them out today because of you. And what
song-
is that picture, Corn?
The song I recommend, or the songs, because I have two, is Chlorine, which is off their first record, and then the other one I'm recommending is called You Can Count on Me, and it's one of the singles for their new record that's coming out this year. My last artist it's a rapper that a lot of people probably know about right now, only because of This Is America. People are saying that Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino,
They're not the same person.
they're saying that he stole the flow and the beat of American Pharaoh by Jace Harley. which happens to be the song I'm recommending because it's a great song. I think it's better than This Is America. I can see the influence, but I even Jace Harley says he doesn't want the similarities to take away from the message. But Jace Harley, he's a great artist, and I think you guys should check out his music. He has an album that came out this year called All American Heathen, I think. It's very, very good, and you should definitely check him out. Well, that's all of our underrated artists.
That's it for the day. But wait, there's more.
Whoa.
Plot twist.
The Midnight
The next thing
Shyamalan. Did I just say Midnight Shyamalan?
the next thing that we're going into, since apparently Corn is going through things, is we're going to talk about our songs of the week, like the best songs we think of this week, and our worst songs of the week. So,
I'll begin. You guys like drugs?
What a great beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, regardless of your answer, you're gonna
Which
the
love.
you know.
answer should be no.
Right. It should be no. We do not condone drug usage on this channel.
Unless you got some, pass them over here. you
Shut
know.
up.
We do not condone drug usage on this channel.
Continue.
No.
Okay. Tye Dye Dragon by the Front Bottoms. I called him something weird earlier.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
Okay. But anyway, it's a very good song. When you look at where the Front Bottoms were years and years ago with Twin Size Mattress, where it was obviously just him recording in his room with a guitar, which is kind of how we're doing the podcast now,
Right.
minus the guitar. And you look at how far they've come, like professionally produced music videos, that's really, really good. And Tye Dye Dragon, it's really fun. It's a fun song about an LSD trip. But it's also very... The Front Bottoms like to include very personal lyrics, so you're not necessarily going to relate to it in a sense... Jackie slapping you at a family party last year, because, you know, but you can appreciate the personal experiences he's gone through and maybe relate it to a similar situation that you have. The Front Bottoms are the core indie alt-rock band right now. They kind of have their own style, and I think that is my song of the week because that's just so special and rare nowadays.
That wasn't necessary.
Poopity scoop.
My song of the week, me talking Tyler Madewell, the vegetarian.
Vegan.
Shut up.
Not vegan. This is
I'm not
vegetarian.
vegan.
Still garbage.
Anyway, my song of the week is by, I think she's pretty fairly well known. The Florence and the Machines. They're pretty popular, I believe. They released a new album recently called High as Hope, I think. It's a really good album, but my favorite song on the album, and it just recently released a music video for it, is called Big God. It's a really phenomenal song that when you listen to it, you're probably not going to get this feel, but it's about her texting a guy that she really is interested in, and him texting back, and then him just deciding that he's done, and he stops answering her text. So she's saying that if this guy not responding to her text is creating this big void in her, that it's going to take a really large deity to fill the hole. I think you should check it out. It'll be in the description as well as the rest of the songs. And that's the way the news goes.
Alright, now it's my turn. The host with
A ghost.
Its Attention by Victor. And it's
I
in
enjoyed
all
this
caps with the exclamation thingy.
Point.
I did not go to school. Okay. And the song is repetitive, but I love it. Good sounding song. Love it. Because I was on Apple Music. I was going to the picked out your favorites thing, and that picked out, and it was cool.
It kind of sounds like Redbone by Childish Gambino, but
Yeah.
the opposite of that.
I guess subconsciously that's why it popped out to me.
I think it was a really mellow song. I liked it a lot.
Like, I am a big fan of mellow songs.
Alrighty then.
It was my turn.
Say what I just said. Say it better.
Oh, yeah.
He successfully just did that.
We're on to our last topic of the day, I believe, which is our worst tracks of the week. Okay. Sebastian, you can start.
Okay.
Really don't want to talk about mine.
We're dissing a specific person twice. Guess who?
Tyler Madewell Existing is my worst track of the week. No.
Goodbye.
So the XXL freshman class did their freestyles this year, and they were not good. Most of them were not at all good. JID had the best freestyle. It was very rhythmically good, but everyone else just kind of, we're gonna do a chorus from our old
Slump
song.
God was pretty good.
Yeah, but Slump God's lost his mind.
I don't think he did, really, honestly. I enjoyed his freestyle immensely.
It was good, but I mean, the worst is you already know who it is. It's Lil Pump. I'm talking about Lil Pump's freestyle.
I disagree again about this being the worst XXL, but it's not my turn to talk yet. So Sebastian,
You-
keep going.
Thank you, Tyler.
Eat dirt.
No, I don't think he's the best. He's like the second or third worst,
Okay,
but he's not the worst.
I agree with that.
What's his name? Block Boy.
Yeah,
Block Boy Q was awful.
that was pretty bad. That was god awful. But I think what puts me off about Lil Pump's is he just did a chorus from his song. And it's not even that he just did a chorus from his song. He smugly looks at the camera while holding a stack of $100 bills to his ear. Just like, hey, screw you. I'm rich and I'm dumb. And I'm gonna be more successful than you ever will be. It just drove me crazy. How he put in so little effort. He didn't even put in 0.5% effort. And I know you say that's his thing.
No,
But, like-
I don't think that's his thing. I just don't think lyrics are his thing. He's all about hype factor, and I agree, he did not provide that on his XXL freestyle. But you shouldn't expect lyricism from Lil Pump. I don't like Lil Pump. I'm not supporting his music, but he's not about lyrics. And that's why I'll defend his XXL freestyle, because I don't go to Lil Pump to listen for lyrics. I go to Lil Pump to listen for some beats and hype level.
And they took that away in the XXL, so it's
You're
just,
right, but it was a cappella. How can he?
it was just 50 seconds of garbage.
You're right. But it was better garbage than Block Boy Q and Stefan Dawn, or whatever her name is.
Yeah, hers wasn't.
Hers felt fake.
Yeah.
While I believe that Lil Pump is really about the life of just money and stuff. I really don't think he was trying that hard. I feel like he was just
Passing the mic to Tyler to talk about his.
okay. Thank you.
That was a smooth transition.
Too bad you guys couldn't see that. Anyway,
That was intimate.
my worst track of the week is oh god.
It's right there.
I know.
Oh,
I just really don't like this song.
it's okay.
I would rather listen to Lil Pump.
All I do is sit and cry. Yeah,
She calls me sweet daddy.
Such a beautiful
It's by the
dream.
one and only Mason Ramsey.
Also known as the yodeling Walmart.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The yodeling video was kind of cute. It was kind of cute in my opinion. Like, I was like, okay, cool. But personally, if I was in Walmart and some kid started yodeling, I would want him to stop. But anyway, moving on. He has some talent. But what is he, 12?
Yeah.
And he has 2 hit singles.
He's not 12, he's 12 and a half.
And he performed at Coachella.
And he performed at Coachella.
Wait, he...
Yeah.
Yes, he really did.
Jesus Christ.
The song that I'm talking about is his new song called The Way It Is. Okay. Listen. His first single, which was, what was it? If I'm Gonna Be Famous or something.
I want to be... Yeah, something like that.
If I'm gonna be famous, I want to be famous with you, or whatever it was. I don't think I'm right, so don't bash me in the comments about this.
I doubt nobody's gonna bash you about...
Shut up. We got 3 comments on our last video.
2 of them were you.
Okay, for real though. The first song he released, it wasn't good, but I could listen to it and kind of enjoy it. I don't believe any of his lyrics because he's 12 and he's not in love in the sense of like, I'm gonna give everything up for you. And it's the same thing he did with The Way It Is. The Way It Is just a worse version of his first song. It's bad. I hate it, and I would listen to Logan's worst song of the week every day versus this.
Oh, no.
Did you just...
Transition.
And that's a transition right there.
Aww. Well, even though I do feel this might be a cop-out, it's actually not what you think it is after Tyler said every day.
Wow, what's that? It's every day.
It's not that. But it is the second person. Well, actually, it's the same person as Sebastain's. It is Lil Pump.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Spend 3 racks on no chain. I don't know, go man. Bitch, I forgot her name. I swore. Okay.
Well, that's his song. Why do you hate it, Logan?
Well, I hate it because it's everywhere and I don't like it. I don't like it when everything's overrated and oversaturated. And I don't like it whenever it's everywhere. Just like the freaking weird stains in my room. I don't like it. It's everywhere, bro.
Stop. That got weird.
Jesus Christ. We're gonna have to put a warning now.
Okay, but for real, I don't like Gucci Gang, but I respect it for what it is. It's just a sick beat with some weird hook.
Welcome to episode 342 of Tyler Defends Lil Pump.
I will defend Lil Pump every time Lil Pump gets brought up. Because you guys are bashing Lil Pump for things he's not going for.
Get out of my face.
Okay, guys. That's all that we have to say today.
Yes.
And I'm going to let the host close us out today.
Give me the recording device immediately. So...
Oh my god, they're back!
Oh no! They're back! They're trying to get our right sock!
No! No, not the right one!
Oh my god!
Right one!
No, my sock! I'm not vegan! I'm not vegan!
Summon the ancient woman of times to say the magical words that we've all been hungering for eternity.
Jesus is the bread.
Thank you,
They're
guys.
gone.
This
I've been Sebastain.
was the Stained Glass Theater podcast. This has been Tyler Madewell.
And this has been Logan Corn.
And this has been Sebastain.
That's the second time you've said Sebastian. That's enough. Have a wonderful week.
Have a wonderful